Good Sunday to you, fellow Guardians. This is your friendly local Titan, Lord Gwyn, bringing you a little different video than what I normally do, which is those special meme boy comedy videos, and talk to you about something I find a little interesting, and I may have my own thoughts on. So I was looking through YouTube's, nerding out, looking for Destiny 2 stuff to just kind of get my day going, and I came across Xenivore here, this video specifically, in this video, and Redrix, these two videos. There's also this Solaris video. All of them pertain to final shape leaks. Now, there's no way of telling how true any of these leaks are, but I'm going to paint a picture here, kind of using all of these leaks and theories that are swimming around with the final shape, and kind of theory craft my own idea of what I think our final subclass will be and what the final shape will be. Now, I am no lore master Bife. I do not claim that whatsoever. I make comedy videos. That's what I'm focused on. But I came across some interesting details. Now, I'm sure people are very familiar with this image. It has been circulating on Twitter and social media over the past week, and it was believed to be just fan art, claimed to be a leak. It has been confirmed by Bungie that this is an official Destiny 2 Season 21 portrait art piece. This is from Bungie. So, knowing that now, we gotta start asking questions about this. Now, Xenivore and them made their videos a month at the earliest before this came out. So, I encourage you to check out those videos so you can understand the full context of what I'm theorizing here. Mainly, I want to talk about propositions in this video. We all know about the color wheel theory, okay? It is confirmed. Yes. Stasis, solar, opposite. Orange, blue, opposite on the color wheel, okay? Purple, green, opposite on the color wheel. Void, strand, opposite. Okay? Arc to red. That's the natural deduction from this theory. But Xenivore himself made an interesting point in his second video when he's talking about, he supposedly got a leak in his Discord that was saying the new subclass would be called Trinity, and it wouldn't be Siva or Nightmare or Resonance even, which are other theories that he had talked about. But instead it would be this Trinity. Now, I'm sure some of you are familiar with the ChatGPT making a final shape storyline by just taking input from Destiny 2 and stuff, what already exists, and fans have been doing that. And there was a ChatGPT that said that there was a new power called Trinity. I think the AI is just recognizing a Trinity in the game. So Trinity of the classes, Trinity of the original light subclasses, and that there will be a Trinity of dark subclasses. I don't think it's actually anything that Bungie... well, then again, they made Nimbus, so I don't know, but I don't think it's anything Bungie would be going for here. Because Xenivore made a very fair point, which is that it wouldn't make sense to give us it in the final shape, because we want to be focused on the final shape and the story surrounding the witness. We don't want to be focused on, like, Beyond Light and Lightfall were all about learning the new abilities. That's pretty much all they were about. Everything else was set dressing, and it would be kind of silly for them to do that again with the final shape, which is what you would have to do if they brought back Siva, which is something they confirmed they don't plan on doing. Siva's gone. Yes, technically they can say that another Warmind has a store of it somewhere, but pretty sure it's gone for good. So, nightmare and stuff. Well, I just feel like a little too simple. The reason I think it's is I think Bungie has been planning this subclass specifically for a while. I want to take a look at this Destinypedia page. This is about the Taken. And it's this excerpt here from Ikora Ray herself. The process is simple. An aperture opens like a jaw and swallows a living thing. It passes into another place. Later, it returns. What returns is, I try to use the word shadow. Okay? I try to use the word shadow. But Eris hisses at me, insists that these Taken are more real, right there, are more real somehow. She uses words like inhabited, exalted, rendered final. My hidden tell me that the Taken shine with seething negative light, as if the universe is curling up around them, as if they radiate some pathology that decays into our world as nothingness. The Taken serve Oryx, but I think those jaws lead elsewhere. I'm also going to read this first line here. The Taken are darkness-corrupted entities originating from the multiple species that have been warped into the ascendant plane. I would say that's a typo. Warped in the ascendant plane and paracausally altered to serve their given purpose. Okay. Master is the witness. We all know this. We all know the story of the gardener and the darkness, and how it all started in the ascendant plane, that the witness is not the darkness, but merely controls the darkness. We know that his final shape is, we believe, killing the traveler and commanding the light for himself. And I'm actually going to support this idea. The reason why is this here. Negative light. That's still light. But it's a warped version of light. It's the witness's version of light. The only version of light he's able to use right now, say, for lack of a better word. He cannot command the true physical light that we do, because the traveler possesses that light. Okay? Now let's go back over here. Right here, Eris is confirming to us that while they are not physical like actual light beings, they're more real than darkness. It means they're more than metaphysical. They're pretty much physical. She uses words like inhabited, synonym, possessed, yada yada. We know that. And we would think, and obviously rendered final just screams at us, oh, rendered final shape, yes. Combine the light and the dark. But here's the thing too. Exalted. Now this is an interesting word choice. It doesn't just mean lift up in power, or to have a higher power, which clearly the Taken do. They're more powerful on paper than the regular counterparts. But it's this word specifically that interests me. Because if we look at the definition of exalted, we have our higher power, but we also have this. In a state of extreme happiness. Why gosh, that's an emotion, an extreme emotion. Okay. So we know the light is the power of the good. So what does it mean? Does that actually mean something? The fact that they chose a word that just so happens to talk about being lifted to a higher being as well as higher power? Interesting thought. let's continue. Here we have photo with Clone, Titan. What power does, well, didn't get there yet. Didn't get ahead of myself. What's on Sloane's arms? Why, she doesn't look taken, but that's definitely the negative light and darkness of the taken soldiers, the blight on her armor. But she herself doesn't look taken. And we are led to believe since Destiny 1 that Guardians cannot be taken. But what if they could wield the blight? What if, when the Witness took, and this is my theory, what if when the Witness took Titan, it convinced or forced Sloane to take the power that he wields, who wields his bastardized version of light with his darkness? And we can pretty much already guess that the final shape will be him either taking the universe or controlling both light and darkness. Well, what if that's what he's doing here? He passes the bastardized version of his light mixed with his darkness onto Sloane. Sloane, because the way that this image is set up is a little weird, betrays us and is a villain, wielding the power the Witness provided her. But we may lose another character, but once we defeat her, the next couple seasons will be trying to find out how to get the blight. Perhaps we can use the blight to travel through the portal, battle the Witness. So basically what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that I think it's not going to be a red subclass at all. I think it's going to be a negative. I think it's going to be a blight colors and symbol. I think what will happen is over the next few seasons, we're going to learn a lot more about the blight and the Taken and what the Witness has planned. And I think, due to this recent leak, as well as the ideas of these channels and all the leaks and stuff that they've been compiling and researching, I think you pair these ideas together, and what we're going to have is that, no, we're not going to have a new subclass to learn by Final Shape. We're going to finally figure out how to use something we've known about and witnessed since Destiny 1 Taken King. And that somehow, because we are guardians who are empowered by the Traveler who is of pure light, we somehow find our pure light with the darkness. And our blight would be more controllable. It wouldn't be as consuming as the Witness's power is, because it would be pure. It would be pure light, pure darkness, free of his influence. That's what we would use to go through the portal and battle and defeat the Witness. Now, I'm not going to speculate on what happens to the Traveler. I'm not going to speculate on anything beyond that. I just think our next subclass is going to be the Final Shape. The Final Shape is the unification of the light and the dark, the metaphysical with the physical. That is the Final Shape. If you thought my theory was good and you have more to add to it, feel free to leave a comment. If you like this video, want to see more, see some of my comedy videos, subscribe to my channel. Also, Guardians, this is my first attempt at a theory crafting video. I just had to get my ideas out there I may be looking too deep into one old lore line, but if you guys know anything else that furthers this or totally debunks this, let me know. Anyways, Guardians, this has been your friendly neighborhood Titan, Lord of Cinder, God of Sunlight, Lord Gwyn, signing out.
Like a Hellcat.